summit was pretty full, a lot of pressure in the volcano, and the rift suddenly cracked further down. And essentially, the crack started rupturing internally, and, well, what do you know, a new eruption site further down the rift, a third eruption site. And that essentially released all the pressure out of the summit and the original eruption site. They both quit. The summit drained out. The caldera got much deeper. Chatting with him, making arrangements here. We're kind of coming up to the same spot, so we're going to go behind him and just follow him for a minute. Maybe we better put our volcano watching music on too. There it is. It's a cattle ranch underneath our right side. And Highway 11 under our nose. During the final 6 months of eruption, when everything was draining out with that new third eruption site, the caldera got much, much deeper. The magma chamber inside was draining out, everything just starts sinking in. And it's way deeper than it used to be. There's a museum, this building on our left here, it's a museum. Also, you might have noticed back there, there's houses and even a golf course. A bunch of people living up here. There's a road, well there was a road, went all the way around the caldera. You could drive on that, but the last time the general public was allowed to drive around the caldera was 2008. Remember when the summit burst open? Well, they shut down part of the road up here. But it was still technically drivable until last year. When everything sunk in, though, last year, a huge piece of the road went with it. I'll give you a real nice view on the left. Then we'll switch around. I want to give you a chance on both sides here. The yellow is sulfur deposits. There's a lot of sulfur gas coming out. Might be able to see a little lake down in the bottom there if we get the right angle too. There's water pooling up. The geologists were pretty excited to see that. First time in all of human records we've ever had water in the caldera here at the summit. It just started like a month ago.
Are they sure that's water and not sulfuric acid?
Well, it's water. Well, they actually took a drone down there and got a sample of it, and it's water, but it's got a lot of sulfuric acid in it. Yeah. And it's hot too. So I think they said it was 160 degrees. So let's continue out to the original eruption site. You can see it plain as day down there. There's a bunch of Pu'us. That's Kilauea's Eastern Rift, right? The third one is Pu'u-o'o, the one with the steam and smoke coming up. And that's where we're going. That's where the eruption happened for 35 years. In fact, that Pu'u didn't even exist prior to this most recent eruption. The ground was flat over there. It was created because of the eruption. Also, the first one up here is called Mauna Ulu, and Mauna Ulu was created in eruption 1969 through 1974. You can see holes in the rift as well. These are, think of them like a miniature version of the caldera. Sinkholes where magma pockets had formed underground and drained out at some point. Oh, and also to our right, there's some big cracks. All of the land beyond those cracks is slowly settling into the ocean, moving about 10 centimeters per year on average. Geologists have been watching it. They say it's possible the entire thing could catastrophically fail. It could all go into the ocean at once. And if it did, it would create a tsunami wave like 1,000 feet high, a mega tsunami. They've got evidence that other places in Hawaii in the distant past, it's already happened before. Mauna Ulu down here on our left. Huge crater in front of us, Makuupuhi crater, a sinkhole, same as what we were talking about earlier. And the original eruption site down here, we're going to go take a look at it, but I'm going to come back for that one. We're going to save it for just a few minutes. I want to get you down to the shoreline first, and we'll come back up and see it. But all this lava underneath us is from Mauna Ulu, that 1969 to 74 eruption. There was a road that used to lead over to this crater on our left. But it was covered up by the Mauna Ulu eruption. There's a little piece of it visible in the trees over here on the right. You see it? Like, that's all that's left of that entire road. It was just buried. You used to be able to drive right over here. There was a parking lot and everything. It's kind of a theme around here. You see a lot of places you'll find houses and subdivisions and roads were destroyed, and there's little pieces of things left. And you kind of get used to it if you live around the volcano, because it's more common than you might guess. So all of the lava ahead and left is 1983 and newer. This entire zone out here, it all came from Pu'u-o'o.